Does it seem strange to you at all that Auriel's bow is just gonna be in this cave? I mean, I know I've found a lot of other strange ancient artifacts in a cave before, but I can't say I've ever found one that's directly tied to one of the 9 divines. Maybe we got lucky, maybe it's just a small cave with a bear, and maybe the bear is just sitting on the bow. It wouldn't make for the best story, but you know what, we can improvise. We'll make up a better story if they ask us about it. Well, so far, no bears. We have torches, which means someone's been here. We have torches, which means there's been... maybe not human, but human, elven, sentient activity here. Of some sort. If we just find this bow in the next couple minutes, this is going to be very, very, very anticlimactic, and you're going to feel a little foolish, or rather, other adventurers will feel foolish that they never found the bow first.
Something?
So no bears, spiders. I would much rather face bears than spiders. Bears don't lay eggs, but can you imagine how terrifying that would be if bears did lay eggs? And then the alchemist would ask me to collect the bear eggs, and it'd be a whole thing, and I'd probably take ages to actually find it.
I don't like the look of this.
It's just a dead end? There's a pickaxe. Moonstone. Moonstone. Okay, well, I guess we missed something then. Uh-oh. Nope! Didn't miss anything. Oh, Serana, where are you? I can't see her. I don't see anything. Oh, I gotta keep my head above the water. Oh. Oh, and there's more spiders, of course there are. Alright. Well, now I know why they call it Darkfall Cave, and I can't say I'm necessarily a fan of it either. Oh. The spiders survived. And Serana's with us.
That'll teach you.
I was worried we lost her. I was worried she didn't know how to swim and maybe had drowned. You know, I kind of like my original idea of it being a small little bear cave a little bit more. Maybe I don't want the excitement. Maybe I didn't need Darkfall Cave to be this dramatic.
Stay on your guard.
Maybe I would have preferred just making up my own version of the story of what happened.
You're dead.
So far, just more and more and more spiders, and I didn't even see that one back there. Is this spider yours? Yeah, of course it's yours. Huskies you hate, but spiders, oh, you love them, I bet. You think they're real cuddly, don't you? The good news is I needed more glowing mushrooms anyway. That's your spider still. I needed more glowing mushrooms because they're a great ingredient specifically for making smithing potions, and I'm still working on leveling up my smithing. I still need to work on that. So I'll take all the mushrooms I can get my hands on. I'll take the necklace, I'll take the emerald, I'll take the soul gem. Now that I've given Serana all my soul gems, sure, why not? I'll start a new collection real quick. You know, now I'm starting to understand why no one found Auriel's bow down here. Frankly, you probably had a lot of adventurers who couldn't swim and they probably just died. Drowned in the Darkfall. Is that going to be a trap that releases boulders on us? It sure looks like one. Maybe? I don't see any boulders up there, so maybe not.
These people were... Why would anyone want to set up camp here?
They probably fell. Wait, no, it wouldn't make sense that they fell. It wouldn't make any sense at all that they fell because the bridge was still up when we got there. Ooh, cure poison. Resist fire, sure, why not? I don't need the plentiful healing. I really haven't used a whole lot of healing potions ever since I really learned restoration magic, since I became a little bit more adept at restoration magic. Gold, more mushrooms, you see. Cure disease, cure poison. Oh, bolts. Where did you guys get bolts? I thought that was a Dawnguard thing. Note from Darkfall Cave, and it's a little stained. Sister, I know that you'll come find me, but it'll be too late. If you find this letter, get out of this Forsaken Cave as soon as possible. We are fools to think we could live so close to such creatures and live peacefully. I should have headed back to camp with you after we placed the torches down here. I thought these trolls would be different, that they would somehow understand that we didn't want to hurt them. I'm now concerned that it's only a matter of time before one of the trolls decides to finish me off. I hope it is a quick death. Farewell, my dear sister. Do you think we can find her sister at all? I will say the only person I've ever known to be able to tame trolls at all is Gunmar. Not only did he train them, he threw armor on them too. That guy's just a master at what he does. That guy really, really knows what he's doing. I'm not even sure where this leads. I'm just real curious right now. Oh, is this gonna be the way out? Did we already find... Yep, we found a way out. So the question is, she put up the torches. Did she also install the pull chain and the rock door? I've always wondered who does that. I've always wondered who is responsible for installing so many of these in these caves. Do you think they know a guy? Do you think there's someone whose job it is to really just come in and install these in your little cavern hideouts? Because honestly, I could use that guy too. My only concern is maybe the sister also came here, because this blood trail keeps going. Serrano, watch out. Yep. Serrano, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay, but... Well, it looked like the trap had already been sprung. So I thought we'd be fine. But there was a troll skull near her, so the troll's already dead. So something else killed the troll. And maybe also killed her. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna grab more magic glowing mushrooms. You know, it would have been funny in some ways if that woman, if the Breton had found Auriel's bow and she went, oh, I was just trying to explore this cave and hang out with some trolls, but no. Found this bow, maybe I'll keep it, maybe I'll sell it. And then we had to go through our whole process of, oh, well, now we need to go and figure out who she sold the bow to and where the bow is. And then we have to just travel all across Skyrim trying to track down the new owner of Auriel's bow. Oh, there's the troll. I found the troll that she was talking about, or at least one of the trolls that she was talking about.
Show yourself! That'll teach you.
If I had waited a second, the fire breath probably would have finished him off. The fire breath probably would have done it on its own. That could be the sister.
Who's there?
Or it could just be, you know, another unfortunate soul. Who is there? Oh, another troll. That's fine. Have you seen Auriel's bow?
Figured.
Did you eat it by any chance? No. Would have been very convenient if he had, though. Would have been very, very helpful if he had just devoured it.
What's that? I can feel some kind of power from it.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
I'm more curious about who this is. Hello?
I am Knight Paladin Gelebor. Welcome to the great chantry of Auriel.
This cave is a temple to Auriel?
Auriel, Auriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves.
Snow elves? You are a Falmer?
I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers.
Yeah.
Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed.
I imagine you know why we're here then.
Of course, you're here for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here?
Trolls, mushrooms.
I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance.
What kind of assistance do you need? How did you know?
For the thousands of years I've served as the Chantry's sentinel, there hasn't been a single visitor here for any other reason. They request Auriel's bow, and I request their assistance. It's been repeated so many times, I can't imagine it any other way.
Do you expect us to die then like all the others? What kind of assistance do you need?
I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother.
Kill your brother? Why?
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen.
Bad things happen. The gods don't usually stop them. What exactly did the Betrayed do?
They swept into the chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause.
Yeah, that's the Falmer for you. Didn't you fight back?
The chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha.
You don't even know if he's alive.
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting.
So the reason you're suspicious of him is because he's not in pain. Have you tried getting into the inner sanctum?
Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a knight paladin of Auriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death.
Well, good news for you, I know how to deal with the Betrayed. Way shrine?
Yes, let me show you.
So this is snow elf magic. Incredible.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine's center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Auriel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
How many more way shrines are there?
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the chantry.
These caves must be massive.
Caves? Oh no. The chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the initiate's ewer.
So I need to fill this at each way shrine?
Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
Are they gonna be a little upset that I'm a Nord? Given the bad blood between us. Should I also mention that I'm a companion? Should I mention that I wield Wuthred of Ysgramor? No? Maybe not.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
You know,
Questions? I expected as much.
wasn't sure what to expect from Darkfall Cave. I certainly didn't expect to see a snow elf.
Oh, what is it?
What do you mean, oh, what is it? We just met one of the last living snow elves, and you act like it's nothing.
Lead on.
I'm pretty sure they were dead even by the time you were, sealed away.
Questions? I expected as much.
I have a long list. Tell me more about your people.
We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home.
It appears the Nords won.
In a manner of speaking. We had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price. The blinding of our race.
Everyone couldn't have possibly agreed to that.
There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain.
What turned your people into the betrayed?
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
Why weren't the snow elves here affected at all?
The chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene.
Is that why you retained your sight?
Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum.
So there are others here like you?
Werther and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
Oh. Tell me more about these spectral prelates that you mentioned.
They're ghosts of the snow elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties.
Couldn't protect your brother though, huh? They could bring back the spirits of the priest, but couldn't save your brother from the betrayed. Got it. Well, it's good that they should be able to help us.
I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate, and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum.
What is the chantry of Auriel?
This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Auriel. The chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened.
Most snow elves?
Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Ciribane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the chantry and its way shrines.
The way shrines are part of the chantry then?
Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here.
How old are you then?
May Auriel watch over you.
I didn't know snow elves could live so long. Do you mind if I take a quick look around your camp? You wouldn't be offended, right? I'm just a little nosy sometimes is all. You know, I'm so glad he kept a couple ruined books. I'm so glad he kept that to keep himself entertained. Shrine of Auriel, would it just be the same as praying at a shrine of Akatosh? Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Blessing of Auriel, you're now 10% more effective with missile weapons. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. We're here to find Auriel's bow. Hey, it works for me.
Questions? I expected as much.
I'm surprised Serana doesn't have any. I'm really, really surprised that she is just ready to go immediately.
That wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be.
Right?
Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now.
And it's not exactly the nicest cave, so feel a little warmer. It's gonna get us through the day. Let me switch to my crossbow because we now have the Blessing of Auriel. It's nice that it works for both bow and crossbow. Auriel probably didn't know about crossbows, that they'd be invented, but, you know, he was looking out for us anyway. Oh, I was really hoping it wouldn't hatch. I was really, really hoping it wouldn't.
Done and done.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Dwarven Bolts for this, because I should have a lot of them. 328? Yeah. I have a few of them. I'm gonna go ahead and drop these arrows, because I'm not even using arrows right now. And I think we're set, and I think we're good to go. Someone's gonna come by. Well, probably not. But if someone did come by, they're just gonna see all these arrows and wonder, do I want these? Maybe they don't have any arrows. Maybe they don't have any better arrows, and they can just take my junk and get some use out of it.
Die!
I like that Serana was like, you know what? I don't need to say anything at length. I don't need to have a lengthy response. I'm just gonna yell die at the Falmer. The Falmer, the Betrayed, whatever you want to call him. Either way, I agree with you. Just let them die. Maybe I should just stick to,
Who's there?
maybe I should just stick to my axe to my close-range weapons, because as it is, right now we're really just fighting them up close and personal, so I don't even know how good a, crossbow would be.
That'll teach you.
If we start fighting enemies at a little bit more of a long range, then sure, but right now, let's just do this. Also, I'm gonna make sure I heal up, because I was a little closer to death than I really wanted to be. Not that I ever want to be close to death, but, you know.
Show yourself!
See, this would be the time to use a, oh. Okay, I thought he was gonna
Teamwork
die
right
to his
there.
trap. That would have been a good time to use crossbow. We were at a longer range with him, but in the time it would have taken to swap to it, I probably would have gotten hit by his arrow, probably would have been covered in poison, so having my shield at the ready was really the best way to go. It's a really gross-looking table. Ugh. Picking up the chorus eggs, shoving them in my pack. Ugh. I hate it, but I get it. It's a useful alchemy ingredient, and right now I'm still trying to level up my alchemy as much as I can. Someday, I might be a master alchemist. It's probably going to take a long time to get there, but I believe. Ooh, behind me, behind me. Serana, if you could not raise any of the Falmer, that would be great.
What have you got? I was sure I heard something.
I know I said a little bit earlier that I haven't had to use healing potions in ages. Today might be the day that I start using them again.
Where'd you come from?
Just because of the fact that it's the Falmer. The Falmer and their poison are no joke.
That'll teach you.
If anything, I need to make sure that I don't slowly succumb to the poison's effects, because that's usually how the Falmer get me in the end. Gleam Blossom? It's a very pretty flower. And it's also one of the main sources of light in these caverns too, that and the glowing mushrooms.
Here we go.
Listen, I said I want to be a master alchemist. I will be one of the only people in Skyrim who has Gleam Blossom at all. So it helps.
That'll teach you.
Let me try one. You know, in the middle of this cave, let me just take a second to eat this magic glowing flower. Resist magic, not bad. Remind me to pick up more. That's gonna be a secret door. Yeah, who do you think the Falmer get to install these? Who do you think they maybe invented the practice? Maybe every Nord who knows how to install a secret cave door with a pull switch has the Falmer to thank. You ever think about that?
Stay on your guard.
Okay, we found a Falmer city. We found a Falmer settlement. I haven't seen one like this since
I knew I had
Blackreach.
What have you got?
Did they sacrifice someone? Nope, nope. There's a trap on that chest. Okay. I see what they're doing there. I thought it was some sort of ritual. But no. They just want me to open it. They just want me to trip the trap.
Done and done.
Not very observant now, are you? Now that looks like a ritual. That absolutely looks like a creepy ritual.
Who's there?
Uh-oh.
I knew I heard something.
I just want to go back for that chest. I need to get back to that chest. I need to see what's in it. It's probably not even going to be worth it. Why would they put valuables in the trap? It wouldn't make any sense. It would be a waste. And for what I'm seeing, the Falmers still have, like, their senses about them. Not sight, but they know what they're doing. They're maybe a little bit more intelligent than most people would give them credit for. Oh, alright. I guess they didn't mind putting some valuables in here, but I guess what are they gonna do with the valuables anyway? The only things of value to the Falmer are Chorus, their chitin, their eggs, and poison. It's not like the Falmer would really have a sense of economics anyway. So where do we go from here? Oh. What do you think these crystals are? They remind me a lot of some of the crystals we saw in Blackreach. I'm not sure if there's a direct correlation. Oh, you just had to set off the bone chimes, didn't you? It seems they didn't notice, or maybe nobody's home. Usually they're in these hives. I'm always ready for them to hop on down, but no. We're safe, and honestly, I like it. Honestly, let's keep it that way. We're not safe for long. Okay, that other settlement I saw, that little city center I saw was nothing. Oh, it was just one of many, it would seem. Oh, I gotta heal up. Heal up, heal up, heal up! Oh, I'm trying to heal again. Okay, this is bad for me. This is very, very bad. Restoration increased. I'll have to get my potions ready. I think I still have some hotkeyed. Kill the Chorus before they have a chance to attack us. Because was their pen closed earlier? Did someone open it, or did the Chorus suddenly grow thumbs and open it on their own? Ooh. Well, that's a fancy-looking Falmer. Just a little spiky. Doesn't exactly look comfortable to open. Doesn't look convenient to open. Do we have to drop down another waterfall, or can we just keep going? I really don't want to jump down another waterfall if it can be avoided. I just need to find where that secret entrance led to, the one that we saw a little bit earlier. Do you think it loops back here, or do you think it loops back to where the Way Shrine was? It's hard to say. Either way, this does not feel like the main path. Either way, I feel like we're going a side route right now. Yep.
Pull chains and traps. Be careful here. Whatever's on the...
Whatever's here, yeah, the Falmer didn't want us to find it. Oh! No, 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 I was gonna see if he was friendly, which he's not, clearly, but...
Not very impressive.
I just wanted to know. A Veil Saber Cat hide. I mean, I'll take it. Oh. So maybe this was the right way to go. Maybe
By the blood.
this wasn't the side passage. I feel like anytime I try to go the side route, I just wind up going the right way.
Oh, what is it?
I guess it's a good mistake to make.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah, we still have a while to go. We can reach the Way Shrine from here. I see it right over there. And I can see it right over there. And I can even see the priest. There he is. Alright. Let's double back. Let's see where the actual side route went. Well, I see another Falmer tent. I see a couple Falmer tents. I thought I heard something, sorry. I thought I heard enemies about. Oop, yep, okay.
Die!
Do I need to
That'll teach you.
re-enchant my axe?
Wait.
I might need to.
Done and done.
This axe is enchanted, right? I did enchant this one, didn't I? I did, it needs to be charged. Yeah, maybe it's time for me to start taking back some of my soul gems from Serana. Maybe it's time I grab some of those back. I did not mean to grab the wooden shield. Sorry about that. Give me one sec. Yeah. The Falmer can keep the wooden shield. You have to stop raising these things. You can't keep them, Serana. You can't have a pet. You can have a pet. You just can't have a Chorus as a pet. And no, you can't have a spider either.